O le mafua anga le nei nai loa, o le tanga le tatau I Samoa, o le malanga a te ine to alua na feosi mai fiti le, fesalo loa, na la au mai ai o le ato au, na sia la pe se tutu mau. Fai mai e tata o whawhine ai le tata o tane.
Ja?
Música malie awe fefe mana ia sivae. Música malie awe fefe se e mai ana teine. Usumai la pese malie.
Fai mai e iai tangata sa iai pe a mua o le ua I pe ana whaalonga o iai whapea o le tuia ana. Ai o le whapea o le toa ina masani nāru iuta. Ia pe sauai, fai mai le ata. Ia whapea o le ata le na mau mai whea. O ana ata nai au mai. Ai mafua la o wao toa ina ngā lua whaatoanga. Ia ai au whapea o le pea. Au whaingoa la me atoa o le pea. Pea lele lea. Ai o ana ata, e tele ata ia iai. O le ata, o le urumanu. O le urumanu, ia o le urumanu lea. O le urumanu mea lea. Lea. O le urumanu lea. Ia o le whaurutau lea. Ia seru whaalau whao. O le pea atoa lea. E ia. O mea umana whapea na maua le toe ina lena o ata na e alu ma mawhauwhau i masau ma tau I le tufunga. Tā le mea le whapea ni whai, peitai. Aia ua maua se ata I tasi I nawa I taimi. O na kopi uma lea. Tawa so se tatawa I Samoa nei. A sila iai, toe a le ai se mea ese ai. E tutusa uma. O nai ese ana ia lātou mamanu I tutonu. A o ingoa uma o mea mai ana mua. O le mafua na le nei nai loa, o le I Samoa, o le pea o le matua tāua i le anganua Samoa i le whainga o whiau. Ua ese mamau a le lei se pea, ma le tangata e whai le pea. Ta fiti mai e le lei, fiti e loa whai o whiau. Ia e lea o ngāla no whai New Zealand, tāle pea New Zealand, sau inei e matua le loa whai se mea. E le whitau. O te lei loa ina whai mai fo i lātou e le lei i a whafo. A o lau whai tau. Sel upuna. E le pule lātou i o lātou o langa. E pule le teimi a lātou. Ia, se whātai tai. Po le ale le vā ma moe pe i le po. Ai a tāle teimi o le valu e alu e whai ngalu. E alua. E alu e le mwhaini. Awa e le aili whanau pe ale e alu. Aingi sa moa. Ka ke le la valo ata moe ai laso ato pe lua fo iaso. Ta ke moe le le ia. Ata te ala e a umo te malos. E tutuli tamit. E o sa o ata mai ti o a mai mea ai. Ile se oi. Ile ai fo se pule mai a ita.
All my people's on the east side. All my people's on the west side. All my brothers on the south side. All my sisters on the north side. Won't you come and sing with me? Pull up a chair and drink with me. There's a party going on right here. Going on, going on.
You take the 497 to the south side, swing it on them heads when the lion kid roars. We take it to the floor when the boogeyman comes, but we be held back, focused on the eyes of evil flesh of talking snakes. When you pay your respects, lay your eyes on me. I'll be that spoon-ass brother from the SABA double I. You decide where you wanna be, from the east side to west side. We're sure to keep it live. There's a party going on right here. We got barbecued hickeys for you chicks out there. We got them lion red kids with them first aid kits. We got sound surround for you MCs that wanna be down. Follow the smoke of burning tongues makes the blind man see. I got you, baby, won't you come step inside? I'm a homopath German. You got Spanish eyes. Where you're from, where you at, where you live, what's your name?
All my people's on the east side. All my people's on the west side. All my brothers on the south side.
A lot of the parents back in the 60s when they shifted from Samoa, a lot of our parents and my friends' parents, they all shifted to Grey Lynn, and we all congregated down the park. There was a football club down there called Richmond Rovers Rugby League, and we started playing there when we were 6 years old, right up till we retired, and they brought us up the Samoan way.
Yeah. Mum and Dad were mainly cleaners, like into the night cleaning jobs. I remember when I was, at college, I used to help them out doing the cleaning as well, but mainly cleaning jobs because Mum and Dad never were educated or anything like that. And the cleaning jobs were easy to get work in that area. But anything they could find, really, they'd have probably more than one job.
Go, Tutu, come on. Well, in those days, there was 6 in the family, but we had to leave some behind because you could only get 4 kids on the passport. So the 4 youngest came, and I was the oldest of that 4.
Tutu, say hello to Papa.
Karen was kind of like saying, like you've left home now, man. Like I'm your woman, not your mum. But like to us, our mums would always come first, eh?
I went out with all these tattoos on my face, and my mother cried. And so I had to go and get them off, from this doctor, and he just cut them all out. I had stars up here, and stars over there, and big cross on my forehead, and look. And my mother, she said, "Oh, Carlo Fai John, or there's a Māori, you're not a Maori." She says, "Go and cut those off." So I did, and it cost quite a bit too,
Samoa, sida, ole a wha, fia, le wha, ini dau loa, DJ Raw, feel style. Suma lia bea, mea, uma ila, sila, emo, mai bea, ne wila, makagi, a whawaki, mumo ke de ila.
The copra is to me, is the part of my family. the ainga, you know. And people think that we are a gang and all that sort of thing, but that's the way they think. But to me, it's a family, ainga. I got my pea last year at the Pastika Festival of Petelo Suape.
When he was deciding to get this done, because he thought about it for a long time, and he used to ask me if it was all right with me, and I used to say to him, "It's your body, you decide." But I didn't realise what a big thing it was to go through until, I just thought it was okay. It's a tattoo, you know, albeit a big one, but I just didn't realise how much there was to go through to get it done.
Karen was Palangi, but she knew how important my culture was to me, and she knew that I really, really wanted to have that done. So I think in her way it was like saying, I'm going to make sure you get it done because I'm going to make you promise to me that you're going to get it done, you know? You're not going to promise, you're not going to say you're going to get it done and then pull out after I die.
Tattoos. When I was in a boys' home, I used to see all these Māori guys with tattoos. I used to be really scared because I was this freshy Samoan kid. And I seen all these Māori guys with tattoos all over their face and all over their arms. And one thing that I learnt was that those tattoos meant something. Like if you had a dot on your face, it meant you've been in a boys' home or that you're one of the, you know, you're a bad boy, something like that. And if you had a star on your face, it meant you've been to Borstal. And you know, you're not being messed around if you're a tough cookie. At our Panther parties, we'd be playing all the songs, you know, all the party songs, you know, will you still love me tomorrow, and all those songs here. Those were the songs we used to sing. So yeah, that's why I was one of the guitar players for our boys when we have our parkies. And this guy Nara used to play the ukulele. So we had our players and we'll sing our songs and drink our beer and have our fights.
My partner was my younger brother Jonathan, and we both started on the same day.
Oh, Dave's my friend. Dave, he's my friend.
After Jonathan and I got done, we did a job in Auckland, Jackson's Wharf. The crew just freaked out. They didn't know whether to come up and talk to us because for the fact that we being big, tall, and having the better, the traditional tatau was like they didn't know how to handle us or what to say to us. And then finally when they got to know us, it was sort of very, they could ask that question, whether it was traditional, how long did it take to get done, did it hurt?
How long the makeup on Mark is going to take, please?
In a market, big market in Apia, one of my friends was stabbed over there. Yeah, and his father was a big man of policeman. And my other friend got stabbed in a village. And my other friends got stabbed in American Samoa in a nightclub. 3 of them. If I was living in that time of that life, I'll be the one gone too, because we're living in so fast life. Where we from in Apia, we grow up in like was mixed culture, Palangi culture and Samoan culture in Apia alone. And it was really, really fast for us to living at the time. And lucky for me to come to New Zealand and learn a new life and learn how to respect people, and a lot of things I've been learning in New Zealand.
I've been married twice. I had my first husband, we were together 12 years. He's a Maori, Ngāpuhi from up north, and my second husband's a Tongan. And we were together 14 years and then split up. So, and now I'm with my Samoan.
I ain't mad at you, you. I ain't mad at you, you. I ain't mad at you, you. I got too much time to lose, wasting over you. I ain't mad at you, you.
I mean, I was born here, but I'm getting the mentality from my older brothers and my mother and father. Their mentality is, you're not a Palangi, you're a Samoan. On the day that they called me to go up to Auckland, my dad told me to come over. He wanted to talk to me, and he said to me, "Oh, the tattooists, they're not ready for you. They don't want you to come up." I thought they actually cancelled it, and I started crying. And my dad said, "What are you crying for?" He says, "Oh, I really, really want to get this done, over and done with, you know." You might fall. That's how passionate I was. I had a passion to do it, and I think if you don't have a passion to do it, and a heart to do it, you won't get it done. It's not something that you just think about overnight. You know, it took me 5 years to think about it, to meditate on it, to really find out if I was really committed to it. And 5 years is a good long time to think about things. You're not jumping into it. It's like marriage, eh? You don't sort of just jump into marriage just like that. You got to think about it and stuff like that. So it's a big commitment. And I thought about the commitment prior to, to doing it. So when it came to the crunch, I wasn't afraid.
This song was dedicated to you, Billy. One love.
We got nothing to lose, I got nothing to prove, honey. Move if you wanna move. By my side, so let's cruise. Let's get down on some food. It's just you and me, baby.
I was hoping to grow up with a family, you know, like have my wife I loved and have, 4 or 5 kids. But now it's just me and Amy, and like I have no wish to get married again and have other children. When Karen passed away, because of my promise to her, it became more urgent that I do it, and it came at a good time because I knew that it would help me through my grief, and I didn't know how much it would help me through my grief until I got it done.
All I want to do is just keep on loving you, to be right there by your side. Every time our baby cries, it's just a method of my madness.
My whunga was Suluape Paulo. You always hear about people saying that your life story is on your tattoo, and physically I'd go, well, everyone's got the same structure. It's all there. How could your story be in it? Suluape explained that the story lies in here and in here, so that when you go through the pain of getting the better done, your mind goes back to everything in your life. It goes back to all the pain that you've had in your life. Just covers everything. And he was so right.
I was really close to my grandfather, and he had one, and he always liked to wear his lava-lavas, and we'll go to the plantation and he'd wear lava-lavas short and get into weeding, and I'll just be standing here looking and watching him work in the plantation, sweating away there with and his better glistening in the sun. It was a really strong image of me of home.
Sa o vai ta maulu tina e tale pe. Sa o vai fo il tuangani o tina sa no lofo umele. I suafa le o te ingoa ai nei. O la to upu o la upu. E te tau na ta uma matou pe. Ona o tangata e whaia upu, ma whaia whiau, whaia me uma o le nu uma le tumalo. Lala fo ina, ana le aina mea, e le taina sa upea.
Whawhetai le tua, I le wanga le leima lo walofa tele ya te mato.
My understanding of the Samoan ecclesial traditions is that if you're a minister, you are not allowed to have the tatau. And there are church policies around that. So most definitely, I think if I was back in Samoa, I'd probably be on the front page, on the newspaper, and publicised and scrutinised. But I suppose, being here in New Zealand has enabled me to possibly get away with some of the traditions, I suppose, or some of the policies. It had a lot of meaning for me now that I'm working in the church and serving God, because I think the meaning of the tatau has that element of serving. Instead of serving my chief, although I do, but God, the CEO, is the greater chief.
Arts Festival in '94. We were trying to look for sponsors to pay our groups, and we got some corned beef to pay communities, because we couldn't ask for money. We didn't have any money, so they gave us a whole lot of corned beef. And as all these tins were left over, I knocked up this bull. I probably spend more time reminiscing about the Surapi family, who basically Betelo and Bolo, Surapi, those two artists. There was no actual artists in art history. We were always studying about the European artists, and we were always looking at other artists from overseas, but there was never no talk about Pacific Island artists. And the only Pacific Island artists I could think of was the guys who were actually doing the better. As far as I could see, that was an art form in itself, and the technique they were using. So I became more and more fascinated with it. The artwork itself actually does mean a lot to me, and this is mainly all Betelo's work. And these pieces here, like the fale, you know, and these are things I'm learning all the time. But as I look at the pieces, as I live with it, and this is all Betelo's work.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'll come for you.
Yeah, come for
Are you
me.
sure?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had only just met Suruape, and he said, who's in charge of your theatre company? And they said, oh, it's him. And I was sitting behind them. And they said, oh, is he the chairperson or the manager or what? And they said, oh, he's our chairperson and the story is about him. So he turned around and he says, okay, you get the better. As simple as that. And it's like, excuse me? Isn't there supposed to be some kind of rites of passage around this better stuff? And he said, yes, there is, and you have to go and check it out with your family and your ainga. So what are you doing?
Making a sand circle.
Oh, cool. And it's where'd the pattern come from? We may not know the language, and we may not know the culture as well as they do, but we keep it alive by things like getting the better done.
Okay, go ahead.
A lot of the churches, a lot of the mainstream churches have had that attitude where it is a pagan practice, and it shouldn't be done by Christian people. In no way do I compare my blood to the blood of our Lord Jesus Christ. Only in that the tatau is something that is Samoan, and me as a Samoan, that is something that I need to fulfill.
And this is my Cook Island side that not many people know, that these were all based around the tangaroa, the actual carvings, and I did a lot of research into some of the designs. Some of the designs I've actually had to alter, and like this on the side here as well. And this is Roger Eagleton, who's actually another well-known, respected artist, tattooist, who's actually from Cuba Street now. Roger's actually really well known. Now, this is some of his other work as well, just around here, on the side here. And these are all based around when I was living in Tahiti. Over there, I was living over there for about a year, and I spent a lot of time with my cousins. And basically, I was just looking at all the different maraes that I went to, and then just hanging out with their dancers, and most of them were dancers. And that was the first time I actually met the other side of the family.
E te me te o mato ainga, tu sa o nephew. E ana mai le, o mai o te tapea. Ai le loa fai se mea. O la utala na fai lau whanau. O mua e ta tā ngutu ia le lei. O le tama sa moa, tā mua ngutu ia le lei. O na whatu a alua i le tal pe el tino.
I represent the sheep, the rockin' of the movie, not the lucky, no, the
Samoa is just a dot on the world map. I'm just a dot. But to my family, and this means everything to them, that someone in the family has broken the colonisation tradition where we don't get guard in the PIC church. I wasn't brought up in Samoa. I was brought up here in Aotearoa. Why? It's because that's where my dad came to. I have uncles and aunties who now live in Los Angeles, and they haven't been back to Samoa for like 20, 30 years. That's the reality now.
Although we may not speak the total cultural or oratory language that our forefathers had learned and been brought up with, this is one way of definitely stating a statement that you are Samoan. We are going on third generation now, and the reality really is that although we have a homeland to return, I think we've pretty much made ourselves here in New Zealand at home.
It really makes me mad when I go back to Samoa and the Samoans say to us, you know, they say that we're from outside and that we don't know the ways in Samoa. But, you know, I get mad because, like, if they hadn't sent my dad away to go and find some money and to make the family bigger in another country, they wouldn't have the church that they now worship in. They wouldn't have the shop that they now sell stuff in. They wouldn't have the roof. They wouldn't have the new roof every time the cyclone hit.
All my life I'd grown up, because I'm half caste, sort of tried it pretty much the white way. Always thought I was white, sort of in total denial about being Samoan and everything. And I got to about 30 and realised that the white way wasn't working for me. So I thought I'd try the other way. And as soon as I did, everything just fell into place. In a sense, it's a birthright, and I just claimed it. It's something that's there for all Samoan males, and I just felt it was time for me.
It's almost like a genealogy, really. That's how I actually see it. And it was almost like because I almost felt like non-existent, but not within the family, but sometimes I just felt that even my name, like Michael, was too whia palangi.
I went down to the beach one time, down here in Christchurch, and I went to have a swim with a couple of my mates who were Samoan. And I saw this palangi guy running down the beach with a pea on. And it just done something to me, eh? It really sort of like, I felt like he pinched my lava and he was running off with it, and there was nothing I could do, you know. And I never felt more naked ever since, you know, and I just thought, I'm gonna get this done. Needless to say, I didn't go for a swim. I said to my mate, get in the car, we're out of here. So we jumped in the car, we went to another beach.
Okay, go ahead.
I just wanted to be Samoan. I didn't want to be half Samoan or New Zealand-born Samoan, just Samoan. So I like to think of myself now as 100% Samoan and 50% Palangi. So instead of a half caste, I'm a 1.5 caste.
I asked Uape about that. Because there was a bit of talk about, a lot of people were saying that he shouldn't give out our culture, you know, but his answer was, you know, like, Picasso never just kept all his paintings for the French or whoever he is, you know, Spanish, you know, art is for the whole world, you know. And that was his answer to it, and I kind of believe that, you know.
I wish my mum would just give me a Samoan name.
Hey David, do you want to be the hooker man and we'll be the props?
You've been a hooker all your life, haven't you, Matt?
Oh, but not paid.
Yeah, true.
No, hooker's paid, mate. I give it away.
Come every time.
When their telephone rang and the kofunga says, you know, sound, some of, yeah, got palai, try to talk the other one out of it not to go, so we can have a malolo. And I think that's one of the worst things, because we malolo. I think whalua. 3 times we malolo, and it was really hard for us to get back into that headspace again. So we just said to each other, oh, shit, finish it. Let's just finish it.
Give me the book, man. Come on.
You want that?
Get me to set, go.
every afternoon I hear this car coming and I know whose car it is. It's that guy's coming to tattoo me. I hear his car, so you know, oh, it's your time's coming, eh? So Monday, Tuesday, you know you're lying inside the thing waiting for him. And then next week you hear the car coming and then, oh, he's here. So you get up and then he just comes straight in there, sits down and bang, he's away, you know. And it's not like he's tattooing a piece of wood, you know, he's tattooing your body, eh? So, you know, by the end of the week I was going, I was starting to sort of like, you know, hate that guy because that guy's coming to tattoo me. I said, there's a woman from Shunam. Hurry up to meet her. And he was quiet, very quiet. He would get on with his work. You know, he works hard, I can see. His body, because I'm a big person, his body is very flexible. So he's an amazing man. I mean, the man is very amazing, his gift. He could be sitting like this, but he could turn his whole body around. His body is just flexible, and he could reach any positions. Because, you know, you got to remember, the guy's just using his brains. He's not using a blueprint. There's no paper he's following. He's just, his mind up here, he knows exactly what he's doing. He's looking at my body and he's working to the shape of my body, because every body's different. You got a big body, small body, skinny body, fat body. See, so he works it to the body that he's, you know, is very skillful.
I sort of bowled up to the studio and heard the noise and seen them getting done and thought, yeah, I can do this. The man that was in there before me getting his done, he'd gotten his done in 3.5 days, and he was quite a big Samoan man. So the man that owns the shop says, you're skinny, we can do you in 3 days. So I sort of planned for 3 days. I thought 3 days pain, I can handle that. After 3 days, they weren't even half done, and I was just shocked. I just couldn't do it anymore.
Ina wa'u tangata pala ai lo tino. Ai ina ua tū le au lo papatua. Tu sai tolu aso. A ua pei o le mea noa le maini o le au.
Shivers ran up my spine, back down again, stopped at the small of my back, went to my heart, went round to my bum, and it's like, no, yes, no, yes.
When the first hit went down on my back with the au, I thought to myself, you know, fuck, what am I doing?
My shortest session would have been about 5 hours, and my longest session would have been going on 8 to 9 hours.
No one told me about Fofo or actually getting the poison out. So after 3 days, it was just, all the poison was still in me. And I reckon if they'd taken a snapshot of my liver or kidneys at the time, it would have been swollen and blackened.
I had a whole crew of about 3 or 4 guys that lived with me to look after me. 2 of them had already had the tattoo. I had the better, and they stayed with me like day and night the whole time, because there was a certain protocol that I did have to follow. I wasn't allowed to go out. If I woke up at night, I couldn't go to the toilet by myself. I'd have to wake up one of these guys to take me to the toilet. I couldn't shave, and I couldn't drink, and there was a lot of prayers, a lot of praying going on.
Coming home every day with another piece that was fresh, like raw, and then, you know, another patch that was a little bit healed and another patch that was healed. It was just growing all the time.
Because we had to sleep together, we had to eat together, we had to kaele together, and if we wanted to have a skaliki, we had to wake the other one up and both of us go outside, have a skaliki, and come back and sleep. So we spent something like just under 2.5 weeks sleeping together in the bedroom, together, and moaning and groaning.
Night after night of him getting up several times a night, having a cold shower, and I'd have to get up and press his back and that.
Because that was the hardest thing, is finding the energy to be able to get up the next day and go back. I just couldn't do it. Like 8 hours a day, just lying there, pain on pain on pain, and just when you think you can't handle it anymore, they stop, send you home. You have to sort of somehow eat and sleep and then turn up the next day.
I don't know what it's like to have a baby, but apparently when you have a baby, you know, I can see for myself it's painful.
there's a point there in the mental side of things where you hit the wall, and you just want to stop. You just want to give up.
I was lying there and I could feel like my spirit sort of heaving like this. And I looked at my arm and it was just totally white. I couldn't feel anything.
Nobody mattered except me and those tools hitting my back. I left my body, basically.
They call it like astral traveling, like your soul leaves your spirit leaves your body, and you go to a place where it's more peaceful. So it's sort of like you're not here.
I mean, just to lie there and take all that pain, your mind just goes through all the painful things that have happened in your life. If you hide the pain and pretend it's not there, it'll come back and kick you big time.
The thing that kept me going was that all my past, as the pay went on and I could hear my stories, when I travelled through New Zealand, I ripped off my families. Like I'd steal from my family in Wainuiomata, I stole off my family in Tauranga. All those images kept coming back, and it was kind of like that's when I repented for them all. And I made visits back to my family to apologise.
It was very spiritual, and it kind of healed me in lots of ways. You know, it kind of answered a few questions that was inside me for a long time, and it made me feel that I was back with my grandfather. You know, I found something, I reclaimed something. That's what it felt like. You know, felt like I reclaimed something that was mine.
Because it was really quite amazing. I saw my mother, I saw my grandfather, and the way that polo sort of took you into their realm, you know, take you away from the pain barrier and put you into their headspace where there's a word for it. I drifted out, basically. And then when the session finished, he brought me back in.
My dad came on Wednesday, and he was sitting there, and I was getting tattooed, and all I could hear from him was, you know, little comments like, "Oh, if you don't finish it, you're gonna be embarrassment for the family," and that was passing me off, you know. So that made me determined to finish it. It might have been his reverse psychology to try and get me, you know, angry to get it finished, but I had already decided in my mind, you know, that it's set in concrete.
You know, it's like that old saying, you know, "Whaumalo pea," you become a better woman. And I think that was one of the things I thought, well, you know, I've come all this way. I've waited 15 years to have it better. Now this is the time, you know, to show if I really do have that mental stamina and physical stamina to carry it. Because it's not just you, you know. When you go, you know, you're lying for your family, really.
I ain't mad at you. I got too much time to lose, wasting over you. I ain't mad at you.
I mean, when I grew up, I didn't think of having a pet at the time. I didn't talk about having a pet and that sort of thing. Till my cousin come over and want me to go have a pet.
I got my pet done in 1987 in Finau-Moir. That's a village where my father's from. I knew that in the Samoan way, in the culture, you know, like when you put down someone, it's a form of encouraging them. So for me, I knew that it just sort of like gave me the desire that, you know, encouraged me even more that, you know, I'll have the last laugh in this. I'll show you.
I had to be hospitalised because apparently I'd lost 4 litres of blood, and our body only holds 8, so I'd lost half of it. And that was through getting the better done for the whole month of February. And you lose a lot of blood every time the solo wipes away the ink so that the tafonga can see where he has to tap again. Just huge amounts of blood. I didn't realise I was going to lose blood. I just thought you get a tattoo and
I was close to dying. I really was. After the peta, my legs swelled up. I got boils. I got infected.
The song, when they sing it, it's like a chant, and they sing it when a guy's getting tattooed just to give him courage. Hey Silma. I felt long visit. Tutu.
Tutu?
Yeah, Tutu. Do a dance for them. Let's say hello to the dog. Come on, we'll go say hello to the dog. Yeah. Say yeah, Micah. Stop. Stop. Okay. Stop. Stop.
When I heard that Sulapi got murdered, I found out through the news. I was sitting at home late at night and I was just watching the news, and I just went back to my dark hole. I just sat there just in complete disbelief. Someone of his stature and his skill had died.
Yeah, it was a sad loss because for him, he was just an amazing person. He knew so much.
The man was a master artist.
Le advantage ke le lava nga le lo tupu nei I le ai ngā tufunga lava na tau tono Samoa. E le ala na maua e tele le iloa o le li leo paulo wa maliu. To kala matou ia ngā lue. O paulo leo wa maliu e matua. O matou malaya to kalo tau avele I ngā lue ngā. Wa uma na whae iei sua wha matai o matou tama. O le memonia le tau nu mai o Kersiano I le Vas Pasifika ma na whaasa ai ia na toi tāni tau. E toa sifuru lua matou. E toa fitu tama e toa lima tengi. E ta ma tengi. Ta ma hoi tama. Na ta we uso. E o mai taimina utai wale toi ngā whatia lo tama o na whaina ngā lua ua matua. Le taimia na amatai na uta na whapea I wa usalamo. Wa manatua wa se la whai unga. O te leilo se siti ngā o te latu atu o leo langa o le tamatane. Te leilo se siti ngā matui whapea. O ile le aso uma e whai ai e ti ngā a o whai nalo ta ele ti ngā a savali e ti ngā a moe ti ngā. Peita ina uto no fo maho fa o lo ta mai ta tau a mutu nei se o lana fa na o se luma sili le ona matanga
Valua utanga ai umala pe atoa ia na le famu buona na tinga a le famu muri tu sa la pa o nga fa.
So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it was basically finished Friday, but they summered it. They call it summer. When they summer the better, that's when they bless it. They do the blessing on it, and then it's finished.
E ui ai na umi le taimintai, ai na umala. E se fulu wha au tanga. Ai tau sanga atoa, mai le siklisi masi.
We looked at each other and said, man, that was out of it. Was that a dream or was that what?
Pai mai le tupunga, wa polo o vai pai mai, wa uma no ko ilunga. Tu sai tolu a ususu na so fa tati taimina, ona o lo kia teri, wa mawala ta pea.
I just leapt up and like all these other people were dancing around me because you got to get up and dance after you finish having a beer.
It's just happy, yeah, you know, you're joyful and it's no more. The guy's not going to come and get me anymore.
I felt like something completed. I don't know, maybe I've gone back home. Maybe I felt like that, you know, but I wasn't sore. Next day I was though.
When it finished, man, it was just we just had a big party.
And when I done my bear, I feel pregnant. It was good.
I got told off for crying because they were trying to finish the pungialo off, and then I knew that it's finished. Yeah. And then I sort of just stood up and I looked at the va'a and said to him in English in front of my family, it was the worst Samoan hiding I ever got. And he said to me, yeah, Sa'o. That's right. The one you couldn't throw any punches back.
I'm really happy and I'm really proud of having it. But I've had it for a long time now, the tattoo, and I think to myself, if I didn't have one, it wouldn't have mattered anyway, because I'm a Samoan.
The true meaning of humility came in. The fact that I had something on me that now can't be taken off, not unless you peel the skin back to the layers of the ink.
The biggest thing for me is what's in my heart, not what's on my body.
I felt real proud. Part of the thing was I wanted to see if I was worthy, worthy enough to be sort of the descendant of my ancestors.
I felt more Polynesian, I don't know. Yeah, I do know. I feel more Polynesian with this sign.
Uma mako sama. And then he came up and gave us a hug, and even when Polo took the first half of our king, he just said that this is only just the beginning of your journey.
Yeah, if you're going to get a pea done, make sure you know what you're doing before you do it. Yeah, because it'll kill you. It will kill you.
I remember going home to Samoa to Taufusi, and one of my uncles, when he first saw my pea, just stripped me off. And he owned a shop. He had a shop in Taufusi, and he told me to just walk into town, you know. And he just says, he was just so proud that someone in the family had got the pea, and he just raised his ear lava and showed me and says, look, I haven't got one. He says, you make our family proud because you've got one, you tough,
They were in total admiration, total awe. There was no kind of like, oh, you're from New Zealand, you've got a bear, like a bullshit bear, because they know there's no such thing as a bullshit bear, They know you can't fake it, and you're in New Zealand, and they know that you're not going to get it done by a needle or get it done easy. There's only one way you can do it, and that's hard.
Te lei lopo isi tue ina sa lafi solo ma whaau au lava le whaau ngai no mene ina ma whaiona. No o mai lava le taimi nei Ia tau no tua to alo pulo I le to ina po ai le to ina na whaau au ina le ngalo.
Sole ia e loto tele o le tā alonga whata matane e uila maina tinga tele ae muli ane ua e fefete tjuhu.
Selector running back field while me rocket dancehall echoes. Ba boom boom, ba boom boom. Midnight reflects, raise down the da ooh. Strings on the old plantation non-stop. Fight bear,
Screams from the old plantation non-stop. Fight, fight, bill, fight, fight, bill. Screams from the old plantation non-stop. Fight, fight, bill, fight, fight, bill. Immersed in the vision cultivated by the Samoa. Strong is my brethren, Samoa, more Samoa. Island brothers extend the vibe to the X, but the only X Samoans knows is XXL. Over equals oversized, overstay is overstressed. Last names, back it up, can you pronounce it? Delete the era that began with ages. Visual effects guaranteed by the flick of the brown mapper now. Brown copper Polynesians been exploited. Finau-Moir. Come into my life, I got coconuts to show you. Screams from the old plantation non-stop. Fight, fight, bill, fight, fight, bill. Screams from the old plantation non-stop. Fight, fight, bill, fight, fight, bill. Screams from the old plantation non-stop. Fight, fight, bill, fight, fight, bill. It's just my savage instincts coming back from the brink. Revitalize and knowledge that we lost. You better think. Culture ever be you lost in the ignorance. From the mom to the pop to the child. Wonder why your child is running around real wild. Pass on the knowledge so the tongue leaves his cradle. Or take them back home to the motherland and teach the ways of our Alice lifestyles in the speech. Yeah, yeah, lifestyles in the speech.